a bit deeper with management. So if you stop and just consider online, have a bit of a research, find out what a company management system is, and understand what documents are included. So, as an example, I've got a list of some of the documentation that would need to be used for your construction project. So, it's quite complex. And this is not limited. So, your land titles, DA, basics report, your CC, your plans and specification, estimation, your contracts, some of your ordering with your subcontractors and suppliers. A WHS management plan is essential. I'm going to be doing some videos with safety shortly. Business plan. It's probably the first thing you need to be doing when you start up your business. Your company management plan within that. Correspondence. So your on-site communications, your site diaries, whether it's digital or paper-based. EOTs are known as your extensions of time. Some other site instructions. It's quite complex. There's a lot to it. Variation orders. Program scheduling in your planning. Quality assurance. So checklists, make them work for you. Occupation certificate, your PCs, practical complete handover certification, your warranties, and that's not limited. So putting them in order, you can sort of just see the sort of flow on how construction goes. You know, receiving your documents, you're preparing the price, submitting the price, signing your contracts, submitting all the information required for your DA. Then you go on to site, you start working, you follow your management plans, you do your program scheduling and your planning, complete the project and hand over. All right. So I would suggest when you start up to not pay for expensive software. Just set up your files, do Word documents, and just slowly get the feel for putting everything in place. I've long time ago suggested to set up, and this is still, you can still do it this way. It's old school, but it's just setting up your folders and then storing all your info, you know, your contracts, your correspondence, policies and procedures, and that'll slowly build over time as a contractor or builder. All right. Now, you can go a bit deeper. As a really good example, Buildertrend are excellent. They have lead and client management. They track leads, automate follow-ups, and organize client communication. I really like that. Project scheduling, some document photo management, you know, doing your dilapidation reports, having side photos for milestones, really important. Well, I'm a massive fan of mobile app access for all parts of the business. Integrating, okay, this is probably a really big part of where you want to be in 5 years, how you're going to integrate whatever software you're using. As an example, if you're going to use Xero, will that embed that? Say if you're using Buildertrend, you might be estimating with Builxact or taking takeoffs for measuring with PlanSwift. So best for builders, remodelers, and contractors who need a cloud-based, mobile-friendly CRM that handles project management. Now, you can, I won't play it now. There's some really good examples with Buildertrend on new ways to work. I'd be interested to dig deeper and find out if they're starting to embed AI, because that's changing the landscape of construction as we speak. Policies and procedures. So all established and successful construction companies will have specific policies and procedures to meet their own needs. Whether you're a medium-sized, large firm, even to just starting up. If you have started employment with a medium-sized building company, they will have specific policies that you must abide to assist with success within the company. Now, you could do a bit of research here, and I've actually found Wollongong Council. Really useful. Some great examples there. Yeah, policies, and it's quite in depth. Now, you don't need to do that when you start up, but it's just to have an understanding of how far you can go with it. And once you get a bigger, larger company, you will need those in place, embedded within your company. Let's have an example of a contract, or sorry, procedures. I usually say for your contract. So this is a simple snapshot of a hard copy workbook of HIA's contracts. And it goes into the clause, what the owner must pay, obligations for the builder, obligations that a progress claim is to state the amount claimed, whether it's not paid for, the amount claimed and not paid for variations, the sum of the above amounts. And it's really, if you look at it, it's kind of like a procedure. I've prepared a really good example here. Say a construction tender procedure. Preparation, your client defines the project scope, budget, and prepares tender documents. Your invitation, your tenders open to public or selected contractors. Your submission, your contractors submit pricing, timelines, and qualifications. Evaluation, bids assessed on cost, quality, and experience. Award and negotiation, so best bid selected, contract finalised. And then obviously your project starts. So work begins as per the contract. Alrighty, workflow systems. A system workflow system is a step-by-step process used to complete tasks in a structured and organized way. Let's have a look. So in another example, a material ordering workflow may involve a request. Site supervisor lists the materials needed. Approval, the manager checks the request and approves it. Ordering, the purchasing team places an order with the supplier. Delivery and inspection, the materials arrive on site and are checked for quality. And then stored, the materials are stored properly or used when necessary. Do a quick research if you want to look into it in more depth. There is a list of 10 best workflow management software systems that I would recommend you have a look into. And for me, I love the idea of AI-powered stuff that makes things go quicker, saves you time, and allows you to focus on building on site. So some AI-powered construction workflows or automated site inspections, so you can start looking into your AI drones. Probably hasn't really saved that much time yet, but as an example, if you're inspecting a house, your drone could do a good detailed inspection on the roof. Analysis data, so compares site images with plans for errors. Automated report generation identifies issues and necessary actions. Instant alerts notifies the managers of safety risk or delays. Task assignments, so auto assigns fixes to workers via mobile apps. Progress tracking ensures compliance. Final approval and documentation, so AI can update the records for future use. Now, I'm looking into this in depth, but with embedding AI, if you're a builder and you're not using it, you're probably going to fall behind. You'll have faster inspections, reduced errors, improved safety and compliance on site. So it's highly sought after, and it's only just started. So just, I suppose, probably to finish off, consider setting up your own company management plan, just briefly as a starter, and then even look into templating your own documents to be used. I hope that helps.